That's why, shut up and let me go through. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I will take your warning into consideration. Okay, so we're going to do organic chem. Okay, so from today onwards, okay, we will do, it's just going to be pure organic all the way until the very, very last topic where we talk about atmosphere and air pollution. Okay? Not really. Okay, however, let me just let you guys know also, okay, within organic, the very last topic of organic chem, which is polymerization, will be difficult. Okay, it will be very difficult. And then after that, we have an easy topic of atmosphere, so don't worry. Alright, come, let's start. Okay, so introduction to organic chemistry. Okay, basically, we are going to focus on compounds that contain carbon atom. Okay, our carbon is our main guy here. Okay, and if I have carbon atoms, then obviously my main focus will be on covalent bonding. Okay, not to say ionic is not important, okay, but ionic won't be our priority for this following like 4 topics or so. Alright? Now, let's first learn what a functional group is, okay? So we know that let's say I give you an example, okay, like your H+, okay, is what gives acids their properties, right? Gives acids their properties. Okay? In other words, H+, right, is your characteristic that gives you the chemical reactions that compound can undergo. Correct or not? Okay, same for OH-, for alkalis, and so on and so forth. Okay? Functional group does the same thing for the organic compound that they are attached to. Alright? They are atoms, all groups of atoms, okay, that give it its chemical properties, its characteristic properties. And everybody, okay, all of these organic compounds will be sorted according to functional groups. Okay, these functional groups determine chemical properties of what we call a homologous series. A homologous series, definition-wise, might want to take note of it. Okay, family of compounds with the same general formula and the same functional group. Okay, in other words, you are grouping this set of compounds all together because they possess similar characteristics. Okay, they are all like Asian or some shit. Like you're grouping a set of people together. Okay, a set of compounds together because they share similar characteristics. Are we following so far? Okay, so within a homologous series, okay, you have the same functional group, number 1. You have the same general formula. I'll go through what general formula means later on. Okay, we have the same chemical properties, and you also have a gradual change in physical properties, and each of them differ by a CH2 unit. Do you need to remember these 5 points? Yes, you do. Okay, functional group, general formula, chemical properties, gradual change in physicality, as well as your CH2 unit. Okay, let's go through examples of functional groups and homologous series first. Okay, first one is alkanes. Okay, within the O-level syllabus, okay, we will go through this one, and this one. Okay? Okay, now, let's talk about general formula. Okay, general formula CnH2n plus 2, okay, for your alkanes. In other words, every single compound that I can classify as an alkane will follow this formula. Okay, for example, okay, maybe methane, where your N is 1. I can also have ethane, where your N is 2, C2H6. Okay, or I can have N3. Kalista, what is the N3 formula?
C3H8.
Agreed. C3H8. Okay, this is propane. Okay, the point I'm trying to make is, okay, all of your homologous series members all share the same general formula. Chemical formula, definitely different, yes. Okay, but generally they are the same. Okay, structure, okay, will just be a bunch of single bonds. Okay, single bonds only. And this thing is called the suffix, in other words, the ending of your name, like your surname like that. Okay, suffix is ane, methane, propane, butane. All of these all share the same name. Okay? Then we have the alkenes, which is just a double. Okay, so C whatever number, H double of that. That's it. Okay? For example, I have C2H4, I have C10H20, I can have C 1,000 or 10,000, H 20,000 for example. Just hypothetically speaking. Point is, ratio is the same. Following so far?
This one n was 2 or more, right?
Yes, so I was about to say, okay? So if you have this thing, okay, this thing is called a carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, your carbon-carbon double bond is your functional group, the identifying factor for an alkene. What exactly does this mean? Okay, over here, take a look. Alright, the moment you see this, okay, what we say is not that the compound is an alkene. Okay, we say that the compound contains an alkene functional group, which means you will possess the characteristics of an alkene. Are we okay so far? Yeah. Okay, so having CC double bond does not automatically mean the fella is only an alkene. I can possess characteristics for different things, right or not? It's like if I'm like 1/16 Portuguese, for example, or some shit. Like I can be made of a bunch of different things melded together into one. Agreed? Okay. So this carbon-carbon double bond, okay, is your functional group. In other words, he is special. Special for your alkenes. Okay? Following so far, guys? Can, Which means that, guys, okay, the minimum number of carbons inside your alkene, the smallest possible fella, cannot have one carbon. I need at least 2 because the functional group has 2. Clear? Can, Okay. At the same time, okay, Rodin, can you tell me what's the empirical formula for alkenes? Can you remember what's the empirical formula? Ace, what's the empirical formula?
I don't know.
It's the table.
What the yes, it's the table, sure. So what is the empirical formula? What's the definition?
How many? Yes, it goes from.
Okay, so what's the simplest form? CnH2n? CH2. Okay, Rodin? Empirical formula is the simplest ratio of the atoms inside your compound.
What do you name the compound? C10,000 is the
Fuck lah, I said theoretical, right? A hypothetical scenario. There probably is a compound, but I don't know its fucking name lah. 10,000 carbons, bro. Okay, just examples, alright? Okay, so alkanes end with A and E, alkenes end with E and E. Easy so far? Good. Then we have the alcohols. The alcohols, okay, have this general formula. You must know, by the way, okay, general formula is expected to be memorized. Alright? Pay special attention to this one, your hydroxyl group. It is not a hydroxide group. Okay, hydroxyl is OH. Okay, hydroxide is OH with a minus charge. I do not have ions in alcohols, so there should never be charges. The hydroxyl group is attached via covalent bonds, not ionic. There's a key difference, isn't it? Okay, so alcohols, even though I have OH, I do not possess any alkaline properties. I will never ever release that OH willingly. Are we clear? Okay, so this is your OH. Okay, on the other side, I can have a bunch of random stuff lah. Okay, doesn't really matter. Following so far? Okay, so example again. Okay, if let's say maybe my N is 1. Jairus, what will be my formula? CH3OH, exactly. Okay? If I have N equals to 2, by the way, this fella is methanol. Kieran, next one. Have we seen this compound before? What's he called? He is ethanol. We talked about him quite extensively in the previous topic, remember? Okay, because he is your source of biofuel, he is the one that you put into biofuels. Remember? Kalisa, remember? Is
Yes.
better remember. Okay? So, okay, alkane ANE, alkene ENE, alcohol OL. Okay, methanol, ethanol. Easy? Yes, huh? Okay, then we have carboxylic acids. Okay, again, have to be memorized. Okay, and let me point out something here. If let's say N equals to 1, okay, I will have CH3COOH. Hey, who is this guy? You got seen him before one.
Yeah, I can see. Is it an acid?
Yes. What the fuck was that?
Carbonic acid.
Carbolic ah?
Carbonic.
Carbonic acid, no. This guy is actually a very famous acid. We saw him since last year. He is ethanoic acid. He's your prime example of a weak acid. Partial dissociation. Any memory of this from Sec 3?
This one, like, when there's only one way in mind.
Don't worry, I will explain that when we get to carboxylic acids. Important thing to note, guys, okay? Your carboxylic acid, okay, behaves like a fucking acid. That's why it's called a carboxylic acid, right? Okay, but what differentiates him from your hydrochloric or your sulfuric or your nitric acid is that he is weak AF. He is super weak, okay? Partial dissociation all the way. So for your carboxylic acids, okay, these are the ones that have your pH 5, pH 6. Okay, unlikely that will go below pH 4. Can? Good. Okay, this is your carboxyl group. Hydroxyl is OH, carboxyl is COOH. Let me point out something very important. Okay, can I say that the carboxyl group contains a hydroxyl group? Possible? Possible? No, okay. We cannot, okay, I repeat, we cannot split him like this. It's not going to work that way. Okay, this guy is one by himself. If I want to also possess some alcohol properties, I must have an OH separately here. Understand? Okay? So we are never ever going to merge our different functional groups together. Following? Can I? Okay? Name carboxylic acid, right? Oic acid, ethanoic acid, propanoic acid, all this kind of shit. Good stuff? Good stuff. Esters we'll go through when the time comes. Okay, I won't do it now. Any questions?
Wait, so the first,
Shoot.
the alkenes, how come the empirical formula is CH2 when you have to have two C's?
Okay. Because empirical, right, is not how much you actually have. Empirical is the ratio between the two of them.
Oh.
So this doesn't exist. This compound doesn't exist, yes. Okay? Because carbon is 4 bonds, right or not? Okay, so actually the smallest compound for alkene is ethene, which is C2H4. Okay, but C2H4 can be shortened, can be shortened to this, if I divide by 2 on both sides. Okay?
Yeah.
Questions? Good. Let us carry on. Here we come across this word that will haunt your dreams. Not now, but next year. If you're good, okay? Nomenclature is how we name the compounds. Okay? The naming will follow the IUPAC convention. This one is not arguable. You cannot change it. Okay? 2 different types of names that we will talk about. One is the stem. The stem is what we've been talking about so far. Okay, it's based on the number of carbon atoms. Suffix, remember, is your surname based on functional group. Main functional group. Okay, what does main mean? Okay, let's outline something. The term main means longest carbon chain. When we get to this concept called isomerism, okay, we will bring in longest carbon chain again. Okay, for now, just understand, okay, the main means I have the longest carbon chain. I'll explain what this means later on. Alright, the number of carbon atoms, total number of carbon atoms, okay, your longest carbon chain gives you the stem name. What exactly does this mean? Okay, so, first thing is, whenever we are choosing what kind of compound, how am I going to name this fella? Okay, we will focus on the number of carbon atoms. One carbon atom is meth. That's why we always start from methane and all this kind of shit. Methanol, whatever, right or not? Then you have F, which is ethane, okay, or ethene, or ethanol. And then we go to prop, which is propane, propene, and so on and so forth. Correct or not? Okay, then 4 carbons onwards is bute, okay, B-U-T. Okay, now we highlighted, okay, we specialize these 4 because these 4 is where most of your questions will come in. However, there will be questions that talk about these guys as well. Okay, because chemistry has a component that physics doesn't have, which is database question. Database question, frankly speaking, I admit to you guys, it's just a way for them to throw you something that's not in your syllabus. Because you cannot argue, I already give you the information already. I can show you anything. Correct? Okay, so no choice. Ideally, okay, if I were you guys, I'll memorize at least until 7. At least. Okay? But then again, when you look at it, 8 is obviously octane, right? Like fucking octopus got 8 legs, right? Easy to remember? Okay? Then John sounds like 9. Correct? Yeah. Okay. But by the way, just a fun fact, right? You all know the months in our calendar? October is which month?
10.
October is the 10th month, okay? But it's very weird, October, November, December should have been 8, 9, 10. Right or not? So let me explain some brief history here. There was this Spanish fucker that like created.
Julius August.
Oh my god, you know? How do you know?
I saw like a TED video.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, there was this wanker last time, right? He created like June and July. June and July was never supposed to be there.
Yeah, because he wanted his name to be
Yeah. That's what, then they tipped the balance of like all the others. What a retard, man. Okay, anyway. Sorry? I do not know that. I do not know the answer to that. That's a good question. You should Google it. Okay. Suffix, okay, is based on functional group as we talked about. Okay, your ane, your ene, all, oic acid, OA, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll get to the naming, the important parts of the naming later on. Now, let me go through the different kinds of formula we will be dealing with for this topic. Okay, first one is general formula. General formula, okay, is any member. In other words, this is the one where we use our N to represent number of carbons. Good. Okay, so you can use X as well, but general, like normally we write N lah. Okay, it only applies when there is only one functional group. This is quite important, yeah? Okay, because if got multiple functional groups, I'll write it in red in a slightly thicker font so we are aware. Okay, if have more than one functional group. Okay, general formula does not apply anymore.
When would that be more?
Excellent question. Let's talk about an example. Wait, we talk about example? Okay, so let's say I bring in propene. Okay, hydrogen. I'll talk about the formation of your compounds later on, don't worry. Okay, example, this is propene. Okay, Jarius, since you asked, can you give me the formula of this fella? Of propene. C3H6, I agree. Okay, I follow the CnH2n general formula. Yeah? What if I introduced an alcohol here? Then the formula breaks, right? Because it will be like this, which shouldn't be the case. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, the general formula only works if I only got one functional group. Get it? Okay. Any questions? Good. Now, then we have the molecular formula. Molecular formula is something that we did for fucking long already. Since last year already we learned. Okay? Molecular formula is where you, for example, if I give you like aluminium nitrate, okay? It will be 3 plus, 1 minus, then you do your crisscross shit and you get your molecular formula, right? Okay? Because that one is very easy. Okay? Molecular formula just gives how many of each kind do you have inside. That's all. I have no separation based on functional group. I have no separation based on anything else. You realize that for your general formula, no matter how I write it, right, my functional group must be stated very clearly. Right? Okay? Molecular formula does not give a shit. Okay, I don't care. If let's say I were to write the molecular formula for alcohols, for example, how will he look like? It will be CN H2N plus 2O. Because I don't care about whether I have the functional group or not. It's just C got how many, H got how many, O got how many, N got how many, blah 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 blah.
So this CN H2N plus 1OH, this is the general formula.
General formula.
Then the functional group is the alcohol, alkene, alkene.
Yes, the functional group is this. Alcohol, alkene, alkane is called homologous series. It's the family of compounds. Cool? Okay, so, Rodin, for example, okay, I want molecular formula of a typical carboxylic acid. No, I want like this, like that. Like in this alcohol fashion. This is general formula, right? I want molecular formula.
Oh, okay. CN plus 1.
CN plus 1.
Then, H2N plus 2.
H2N plus 2.
Then O2.
O2. Okay, it looks slightly nicer, I suppose, but it gives us zero information. Molecular formula is very, very good for Sec 3. Up till this point is good for you guys because it gives information on MR. Right? Because that is just math, Okay, but beyond this point, as long as we're talking about reactions that can undergo, molecular formula becomes useless. Fair? Can A is okay? Good. So after molecular formula, we have the condensed structural formula. In other words, let's say over here, okay, 4 carbons. Kalista, what's this guy called? Or you can tell me what family does he belong to first? C4H10. Alkanes, okay? So he has 4 carbons. Who is he? Excellent. This guy is butane. Okay? But C4H10, okay, if we were to draw him out, okay, I will have 4 carbons. 2, 3, 4. Side by side. I said just now alkanes all got single bond, right or not? Okay, 4 carbons, and then what we are going to do is we are going to dot hydrogens all around. Okay, and because of the presence of all of these guys, okay, I have single bonds only. Okay, your alkanes are just C4H10, okay, 4 carbons all the way, hydrogens dotted all around. Condensed structural formula splits it, arranged in a molecule, okay, split according to carbon atom. Your structural formula splits it according to carbon atom. What do I mean by this? Okay, so green one first, CH3, right? CH3. And then yellow, CH2, CH2. I'm color coding it, guys. Blue, blue, and then purple CH3, purple CH3. Okay, so what's the point I'm trying to make? I'm trying to say that your condensed structure formula is split according to carbons. Okay, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, so what? With that in mind, okay, without looking below, okay, try to do it by yourself, guys. Draw out this guy. Draw him out. How does he look? Okay, don't look at the bottom. The bottom will be the answer, but don't look at it. Okay? Finish? Okay, so CH2Cl CH2 will look like this. CH2Cl and then CH2Cl again. That's your compound. Good stuff? Okay. Now, when I was going through this last year as well, okay, some of the kids asked, what the fuck is this? 1,2-dichloroethane. Valid question. Not in syllabus though. You want me to go through or don't need? Go through. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Chill. Okay, so here's how the naming convention will go. Alright? You know that you have stem and you have suffix. Right? Your stem is number of carbon atoms, suffix is your surname, the functional group that you have, or the homologous series you belong to, correct or not? Okay, so down here, your longest carbon chain is 2 carbons, right? So you have F, and you have A, which is ethane. Okay, what we don't know is actually there is also prefix.
Wait, F is from the number of carbons.
You thought it?
Yeah, you know.
That means they are just preparing you for a database question. What? What you say one?
Because the chlorine replaces the
Why? What? I'm still here.
Then you get, how you know it's A? Right?
How I know it's ane because I only got 2 carbons and I only have single bonds. So I am an alkane. To begin with at least. Okay, then we have our prefix. Your prefix is substituents. In other words, atoms that come in and substitute for the hydrogen. Ethane under normal circumstances will look like this, right? H, 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 H. Correct or not? Okay, so when I bring in prefixes, right, when I bring in the substituents, okay, your hydrogens down here are these substituted by chlorine atoms. Agreed? Okay, and how many chlorine atoms are coming in? 2. 2 is dichloro. Right? Then the 1 and the 2 is what? 1 and 2 is where are they substituted? Where are they substituted? Which carbon atoms? First and second? Dichloroethane.
So it's 1, then it's like both up and down.
Correct. So if let's say I were to ask you guys, okay, to draw out this compound, 1 dichloroethane, how will he look like? Okay, it will be carbon. Okay, your normal ethane molecule looks like this. Okay, this is normal. Don't draw it, this is the normal one. So if I have dichloro and both substituted on the first carbon, then it will look like that. Cl.
Why not put a seal on top and seal below?
Can also. Oops.
Oh.
Are we clear? Got this out again. Or do you just zone out once you heard that it's not seamless?
You can get some.
What's the first one?
Which one?
The like 1, 2, and 1, 1. What's
Where are they substituted? First and second color, right? First and second, right? So one here, and the other chlorine is on the second color.
the? Oh,
But now here, they are both on the first color, so 1. It can be 1,1,1 trichloroethane, also can. Then all 3 hydrogens will substitute here. Yes. After what? Get something to eat, you're falling asleep. Then don't fall asleep.
Oh, you know how
No. Oh, whoa, whoa. What the fuck? Dude. Wait.
I want to stay awake every single class.
Okay. Guys, then let me give you an exercise. I want these two. Okay, right just now on top, okay, we went from general formula, molecular formula, condensed structure, and the structure, right? Okay, now I want to reverse it. Okay, for propanone and for methyl ethanoate, give me general formula and condensed structure formula.
What is condensed structure?
Wait, you want condensed structure and what?
Condensed structural
In general.
and molecular formula.
Molecular and
Try, practice. You're gonna have to know this anyway. Okay? This is in syllabus, this one.
structural one is easy, bro. Wait, so only the dichloroethane only know?
No, only the substituents part don't you know. What?
Then what about the methyl ethanoate?
Say lah. Why?
But you need to know.
Oh yes, methyl ethanoate is a ester, which I have not talked about just yet. Give it a shot. Remember what your condensed structural formula does, huh? Okay, your split according to carbon. First carbon is bonded to what? Second carbon bonded to what?
Wait, how do you take carbon comes first?
You can either start from left or right. For now, I mean. You can either start from left or right. Shut up.
Well, only molecular and condensed, right?
You want to try and give general formulas, okay? But you cannot.
What formula?
You see, cannot.
Because there's only 2.
You done it all, you did. That's not fair. You never write molecular formula.
I did.
Like, you never write reverse.
So what future me you know what?
Oh, this fella fucking yet a lot. Yes.
You see the way I answer when you're writing. When you think about it, you can understand that. Molecular formula.
Shut up. Where is that come from? C3, CO2.
Goes by already.
Another one. Wait, what?
This is so
Bro,
cool.
this is O, bro. 1 O, bro.
Hey guys, double bond doesn't mean got 2 oxygens.
You said be a good
Yes, I'm not serious.
I don't like that.
Hey, how are you doing? No, bro. No, bro. History.
I'm not.
That's history. Oh, that one. Yeah, see, correct. The teacher is correct.
Oh,
This is the one that's wrong. The guy should never do that. You write it like, you write it like water, right? You can write CO or you can write CO.
so you can't like check it out.
Correct. Because you're coming based on carbon stuff. You don't like work backwards from this carbon. Wait, I thought you were saying you would.
Yeah, I'm doing everything. Now. But I'm not in the process of future.
Classes for computing.
He just taught me this.
Easy, right?
No, it's not. CH3 is without.
You?
Well, I haven't started. Yeah, West is Monaco. Yeah, West is Monaco. Why not the way?
Nick, I have so much.
Sit the fuck back down.
I have so much.
You show me first.
Sure. Not a problem.
We stick the whole thing down the palm. You really joking.
I have a bag for a reason.
The bag down. Put it down.
My water bottle is in here.
Then take out your water bottle and bring it and go top up if you need to. Okay.
Oh, stuck with it.
Okay. Wait, no, I said okay, good as in. That's correct. Let's carry on. Sit the fuck back down, yes.
I'm just stay awake. I'm gonna
Sit.
Hey, this is you.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought I first said that.
Yeah, I'm so fast here.
Okay. Let's carry on.
But I have to feel the bed staring inside the way.
What?
Actually, this is a good spot to take. Okay, I'll give you guys 5 minutes.
Good.
It's a good spot to take.
Why have to feel the
Zing, he called you a good boy. I didn't.
You are
No, I didn't.
Yeah, easy.
But I'm a bit unsure, so I thought I just like chill, 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 chill.
Why are you
I like it.
No break necessary. How's the electrolysis in school? Okay?
I think I've only had like one chem lesson this term.
Wait, then this term start like 3 weeks ago. We only had one camp lesson.
1 week, yeah.
How come?
So the first week we didn't have many lessons. Then last week we only had 2 lessons and one was taken up earlier than today.
What the shit? Okay. But when they go through the electrolysis, it's okay, right?
I think so.
Is it like a lot easier? Like, how should I put it? Like, can you follow now that we've already done it?
Yeah.
Or do you need another recap?
No, I can't go. I never remember anything that happened in school. I was just trying to stay awake and like not.
Why is it? What is it when with like you guys and not being able to stay awake? Why is it? How's that boring?
It's
Or
just,
numbness?
it's just the school air. Like I can focus a lot better in tuition. I don't know.
School air? What does that even mean? Wait, sorry, what's that even mean? PRGS, right?
No,
Oh.
team up.
What's wrong with the school air there?
I don't know, maybe construction.
Oh, is there a lot of construction around?
No, it's just like it's so hot and like the whole class is very dead. And then it makes you want to die. So. And I was,
the whole class is very dead.
yeah, no one talks. Everyone's completely silent.
I see. Is it just like
And
a
the
class
teacher also
dynamic?
like kind of bad.
It's just like a class dynamic that's quiet or like every other class is also.
No one's my class.
Or the goody
That's
two
not-
shoes.
Yeah, that's why all the teachers hate my class.
No, but it's quiet and it's good and it's easy to teach.
I guess. Or then they ask questions, so I want to answer. I just did.
Oh, shit. I had a class like that last year. My Saturday physics class. I'll ask a question and everybody.
No, like I will answer, but I don't know what to answer. But I know everyone else knows the answer, they just don't want to say it.
Why don't you know the answer?
No, other subjects I can, chemistry, I don't know.
Chemistry, you still don't know.
No,
That means I'm not helping you as much as I thought I was. What's going on?
no. It is, it's like, I used to know what's going on, now I know like a bit what's going on.
You should know a lot of what's going on.
It was only been like 3 years ago.
It's okay. When you're school finding it's okay. You'll be breeze.
But then everyone in my class also says they don't learn anything from the chem teacher, from our chem teacher. Everything they learn is either confusion or like self-study.
How's that coming up?
That's why I found like a lot of my classmates were presented at review
Review.
work.
Then review.
Wasn't that?
Right.
Somewhere yesterday. Are you sure there's not going to review work?
I'm very sure. Okay, we will.
That's not
Kiva.
but they all go together after school.
It's so big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, hard.
No, Zelda.
Bro, it's not that hard.
Oh, it's
No, you should call it
oh,
Zelda.
Zelda.
Those Zelda?
I don't call it Zelda. What the hell? Zelda's the other student, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Too slim.
Oh,
You get it?
There's nobody get it.
Wait, so there's two?
I don't know what.
There's two of them?
Oh.
So make up to the.
What else that?
Oh, nobody get it.
What? They know what that is.
Anyway.
How's that coming up?
Nobody get it.
Zelda is the legend of Zelda.
Nobody get
Say
it.
no.
No,
Okay. What do you say?
What is?
This is the guy. He doesn't know Zelda.
Oh, then why you go away? Why don't you go away?
Oh, parents already have to do.
I want
Yeah,
to
it's
go
a
like
bad
this is and then only got sports football.
They only got school with football, but
It's the only girls'
Actually,
school
the course.
football. And I want to go school and I want football. There's only one other school.
yeah. You're way too much travel for it. But it just look like externally.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, are you not?
Now I do
Are you
externally.
are you enough?
Now I do externally also. But it's because of my school, then I like my coach.
I see.
Oh,
Fucking idiot, this guy.
Today's sports are so bad.
Today's what?
The sports are so bad. There's no dummy. And the reception
Is it dummy? Is it
class.
terrible? Oh yeah, that's what receptionist. What is that? Oh, what is that's the receptionist that
Yeah, the Bishan ones are there.
Wait, how do you know the Bishan one?
I was for crash course once.
Oh, where? Like, who's the tutor?
I went.
How was it?
It was okay, but like, I didn't continue. Then he texted me, and then I went to dress, and I was like, Then now I keep seeing him.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Okay, come. Let's get started, friends. Let's talk about the first one. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons.
Well, alkenes are unsaturated.
No,
But yeah.
alkanes are saturated. Rodin,
Yeah.
can you remember what's hydrocarbon?
Only contain hydrogen and carbon.
Thank you, it's over here as well. Okay, only contain carbon and hydrogen atoms. Okay, the term saturated you must know. Okay, it contains only single CC or CH bonds. Okay, each carbon has the maximum possible number of hydrogens bonded to it. In other words, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say form 4 covalent bonds with 4 other people. That may not remain the case for other compounds. Okay? So I have 4 bonds, 4 valence electrons, each one go to somebody different. Okay? General formula CnH2n plus 2 as we talked about. Okay, and here we go. Okay, now we are going to bring in all the different kinds of alkanes. Okay, meth, okay, methane 1 carbon, CH4, CnH2n plus 2. The general formula stays the same throughout. Okay, but as you go down the group, you realize, hey, as I increase the number of carbon atoms, your MR will increase. You all remember why? We talked about it in chemical bonding last year.
What atoms in hydrogen?
Okay, the higher your MR, okay, the greater the MR, okay, the greater the boiling point as well. Okay, you realize your boiling point will be on a constant increase. Remember? Okay, and physical state will also change. Okay, because your boiling point increases, gas, liquid. Okay, last week I'm not sure whether you guys remember, we did a question on octane. Can I remember? Yes, no? Hello? Do you remember we did a question on octane? We compared him against ethanol. No? Hold up. Let me dig up the fucking question. There, it's here. Because I did it on Sunday. I just did it yesterday. Yeah, I just did it on Sunday.
Wait, you got right?
Huh? I didn't. Hey, shut the fuck up. Okay, look. Okay, some of you guys, okay, not you guys didn't, but some of the other students asked me, how did I know that octane is a liquid?
Right.
Here we learn. Okay, if as 5 carbon atoms, I'm already liquid and my boiling point increases as I go down, obviously 8 carbons will also be a liquid. Okay, somewhere around 15 to 16, I become solid.
Wait, so you have 5 carbons of
If I have 5 carbons and a certain number of hydrogen atoms as an alkane, yes, I am liquid.
Okay.
Can?
What do you call the 11th carbon?
Huh?
What do you call the 11th carbon?
Honestly, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what 11 is in like this naming. Any questions? No? Okay, let me just point out something. As I go down, what's the difference? Is
More carbon.
no. Yes, more carbon. What's the difference in the formula? Plus how much?
Plus CH2.
Okay, plus CH2. Plus CH2. I keep plussing CH2 as I go down. Okay, we did talk about this. We mentioned that each member in the series differs by a CH2 unit. Yes? Okay? And here we see the reality of it lah, okay? Here, then I have here, then I have here, and then finally I got, wow, freaking a lot. Question? Good. Let's carry on then. Physical properties won't be our priority, but they are important nonetheless. These are the free marks that they give in exam. Okay, boiling point of alkanes increase as you go down. Because larger compounds have stronger IMFOA. Stronger IMFOA, more energy required to overcome these IMFOA. Do you remember this about chemical bonding? Please say yes. Okay, higher molecular weight, alright, then stronger IMFOA. Melting point, there isn't a really obvious trend, which is why we didn't put it in. Okay, we didn't put it into the table. It kind of goes like in a zigzag fashion, so we won't really worry too much about this. Okay, solubility, okay, because they are all simple covalent, okay, these fellas don't dissolve. Insoluble. Yes? Okay, density, less dense. Okay, again, all of these guys are just very, very small compounds. Simple covalent as well. Okay, your forces of attraction are not very strong. Everybody's quite spaced fairly far apart. And besides, most of them are gases anyway. So in terms of density, obviously they're going to be less dense. Simple. Alright. And of course, density increases as you go down. Okay, as you become heavier and heavier and heavier. Then we have viscosity. We learned about viscosity last week when we talked about the heavier your fuel is, okay, the more viscosity you have, the greater its resistance to flow. Okay, larger molecules, more viscous because of your strength of your IMFOA. Cool. And we also brought in flammability. Harder to burn. Again, because of this. To burn, you have to break those forces of attraction. If you cannot break, it's not going to burn for shit. Okay, and IMFOA also links to volatility.
What's that?
Volatility, okay, is about how fast you vaporize or evaporate. Okay, so to say something is volatile, right? The term volatile means what? Liquid at RTP, liquid at room temperature and pressure, with a low boiling point. As I increase my number of carbon atoms, boiling point increases, right? So volatility goes down. It becomes harder for the thing to just vaporize and evaporate. Gets? If your forces of attraction are stronger, do you think it's easier to boil or harder to boil? So volatility decreases, it becomes harder for you to vaporize and become gas, ma? Can? That's okay? Good. Let's carry on. Oh, hey, buddy, we just scraped the surface only. We finally starting on chemical properties. Why? You dying already, man? Don't noob lah. Walao eh. So boring. Did you just say so boring?
Oh,
I'm so boring.
It's like, no, not boring. It's the content. It's not you, Nick. It's not you. It's not you.
Very good. Okay, so chemical properties. Okay, generally unreactive. Please take note of this. It is a very important question. Okay, generally unreactive because they have very, very strong CC bonds and very strong carbon-hydrogen single bonds. Okay, but they do undergo two kinds of reactions: combustion and substitution. Okay, so here's where all the weird words are going to start coming into place. Okay, firstly, combustion is something we talked about before. Okay, it's an exothermic process. Okay, exothermic. Okay, because you release energy. Okay, when there is a lot of supply, when there is a good supply of air, you undergo complete combustion to form CO2 and steam. Why steam? Because at this temperature, okay, it is definitely above 100 degrees one lah. So the fella cannot exist as normal pure water. Okay? So there's an example over here, methane burning in excess oxygen to produce a lot of energy, and it is also a very, very good fuel. Okay, which is why methane gas is one of the main components of our fuel lah. Alright? If I don't have enough oxygen, not enough, what's going to happen? If I don't have enough, I will generate incomplete combustion. Incomplete combustion, I will give rise to carbon monoxide, which is our toxic pollutant. You breathe him in. If you breathe in too much, you will die. Okay? There is a reason why carbon monoxide is poisonous. Anyone knows? Bio noobs.
I know. Because if you sit in the car for too long, you'll die.
That makes zero sense to what I just asked.
It bonds with the hemoglobin, so the actual oxygen cannot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't act lah, eh. Yeah, I also get it. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, that's why they say you cannot smoke.
Oh, yeah.
No. That's completely different, bro. What the shit? What?
On Skibidi, I was about to say that.
On Skibidi? What the fuck? Shut up, Darius. Oh my god. Okay?
No, I swear I knew
How
it.
does he plan to move away? How?
That seems like something no, not me.
Exactly.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Hey, explain.
No, it doesn't like.
Because he needs one more oxygen to become
Shut the fuck up.
It makes it go like not unreversibly.
Yeah, it binds irreversibly to hemoglobin,
Call it
correct.
of the binocs. Carbon monoxide is like the hoodie thing.
Oh, just keep going. Just keep going.
Just shut up, Jess. My goodness. Okay, so in addition to him being a toxic pollutant, I can also produce another guy, carbon atom. This is your.
Soup.
Thank you. Congrats. Okay, this is soot. So, combustion reaction, any problem? If I got enough oxygen, that's the ideal scenario. If I don't have enough oxygen, then I'll produce like harmful shit like this. Can I? Good. Let's take note of another reaction alkanes can undergo. Substitution. Okay, just take note of this one. Okay, only alkanes can undergo substitution. Okay, what is substitution? When you have replace of a certain atom. Okay, let's talk about an example over here. Reaction with chlorine. Okay, you have CH4, okay, you have methane. Reaction with halogens such as chlorine in the presence of UV light. Take your highlighter. If you don't have one, go and borrow. Okay, you better know this one. Okay, when we talk about reactions that organic compounds can undergo, we will always focus on two things. One is the reagent. What are we reacting with? In which case, this fella is your reagent. And the other one is your condition. Every single organic every single organic reaction will have its own reagent and its own condition. If don't have, I'll tell you that don't have. Clear? Okay, so when you react with UV light, okay, what happens is your chlorine comes here and the hydrogen leaves. And then you form this. Are we clear? Okay, reaction, your substitution process can happen multiple times. Okay, which means your Cl come in, this fella fuck off, then I react with another chlorine atom. Okay, here's the thing, okay, I can react to form this, right? Okay, but this reaction, what I'm about to draw, never ever happens, where I have my chlorine come in here, and then I form H2 gas. It is not possible.
Wait, then this Cl and single bond Cl, is this chlorine molecule or chlorine atom?
Molecule.
Oh, you said atom just now.
It's a substitution of an atom that came from a molecule.
Was it Cl2?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Good? Is? What? What's good?
I understand.
What do you understand?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, is that so?
That's so.
Okay, good. Okay, so your substitution can happen, okay, until every single hydrogen atom gets replaced. Okay, which means that the number of number of hydrogen atoms determine how many Cl2 molecules I need. Every Cl2 molecule substitutes one hydrogen atom. Just because your Cl2 contains 2 chlorines doesn't mean I can undergo dye substitution. Are we clear?
So if I have 2H, then I only get.
You cannot have 2H. Minimum is 4.
Oh, now I must have 4 sets of stable.
Correct lah. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. For full substitution. Cool? Now, with this in mind, okay, I will point out something. Okay, I'm going to add a page. For those, see if you guys have space. Okay, tell you what. Use the bottom part of the physical properties page. So here, use this part. Okay, and here's what I'm going to write down. Okay, when we bring in mole concept, your favorite topic. Okay, mole concept in substitution reaction. Okay, if let's say my alkane is in excess and your Cl2 gas is limiting. Okay, remember that every Cl2 molecule contributes 1 chlorine atom, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 products. Let's say I have methane now, okay? Methane Eg, okay, as an example. Your CH, okay, will undergo substitution to form CHHHCl. Correct or not? Okay. But I can also undergo multiple rounds of substitution to form this. Correct or not? Are we following so far? I can either mono substitute or completely substitute right now. Okay, so tell me right now, okay, maybe this is something that your school didn't go through yet. Okay, use your intuition there. Who do you think is predominant product? Mono or multiple substitution? Multiple substitution? What the? Yeah, I know. I'm asking you which one is more. Oh, okay.
Answer for you.
Oh, okay. Mono substituted, okay, means I got one hydrogen substituted. Multiple is completely substituted. So can you tell me, okay, which one do you think I have more of? Okay, your alkane, your methane is in excess.
I think more the bottom one.
Bottom one?
Bottom.
What do you think?
Oh,
Top as well. Okay. Your top one is predominant. And here's the reason why. Okay, your Cl2 is limiting, right? Correct? I don't have enough chlorine. If I don't have enough chlorine, how can I perform multiple rounds of substitution?
But which order moves to one container?
Yeah, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, the point I'm trying to make is, as long as I still have, like, you know, your molecules are like in like the billions or gazillions, right? 10 power 23, correct? Okay, in one mole. Agree or not? Okay, I can only undergo my second round of substitution once every single methane molecule has been substituted at least one time. Let me repeat what I said. Okay, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. 5 of you. Okay? All 5 of you are methane molecules. I have a couple of chlorines to give. Okay, maybe I got 6. Or no, maybe I got 4. Okay, 4 chlorine atoms. I will not just throw all 4 to her. I will split 1, 1, 1, 1. Then I'm done. If I got 5, it will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If I got 6, it will be 1, 1, 1, 2. You understand what I'm trying to say? The second one only happens once everybody has this at least. Then the second round happens. Are we clear? Good? Good? Got it? What are you even saying? Okay? So understand this point now, please. Okay? If my chlorine gas is the excess one, go free. Okay? Most of the time, I'll be able to finish everything off one. Clear? Good. Can H2 be a compound? Can H2 be a product?
No.
Okay, no, I cannot get hydrogen as a product. We say this now, right? Later on I give you guys a question, you better not get wrong. Confirm somebody will get wrong one. But I hope it's serious so I can slap it. My goodness. Okay, any issues?
No.
Good. With that in mind, okay.
UV light.
Wow, good question, man. Why do you need UV light? Let's talk about something. This is what? Chlorine molecule, right? Each chlorine atom in this molecule got how many electrons? Seriously? You're sec 4 already, leh. Oi.
It's 7.
What the fuck? No!
Chlorine is it 7? It's like 1/180. I think it's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this.
7. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
And like that.
So I'm correct.
You fucking share, dude. You have 8. Both of them have 8 electrons. That's the whole basis of chemical.
Not like together. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay. Both got 8 electrons, right?
Covalent.
Exactly, a covalent bond, right? They are stable, isn't it? If they're stable already, will they react? No, right? So what do you think your UV light does?
Break them.
Agree. UV light breaks this bond.
Oh, wow.
And then each chlorine atom is then free to react.
How does it break? Yeah, how does it break?
This energy one. Correct. If you absorb enough energy, you can break the covalent bond, right? We learn in
Outside of this?
energetics. What the UV light does?
Is this a cause of that?
Yes, but not within organic. We will learn in air. When we talk about the ozone layer.
This photolysis.
Photolysis, correct. Wait, how do you know photolysis? Oh, it's in bio.
Yeah.
Why are you learning?
Photolysis is in bio.
Oh, I don't know.
The plant chamber.
Isn't that photosynthesis?
That's completely different, dude.
Photolysis.
Osteoporosis is what? Is the bone cancer or some shit. It's fucking idiot.
You not know photolysis in the plant chamber.
Okay, come. Here's what's going to happen now. I'm going to give you guys a
But alkenes and carbons.
chill. Trust me, you will appreciate me breaking this up, okay? If I go through the entire thing, you are going to fall asleep halfway. Here's what's going to happen, guys. Okay, I want you guys to try question 1, question 2, and question 3. Give you 10 lah. What amateur chemistry? Oh, 10 minutes. Shut up, Jared. Go. Hurry up. Get started.
Good. Bro, I cancelled everything. Wait, you guys put the eggs on menu?
Oh yeah, put C.
C?
Yeah. What is this?
Yes.
कैसा? Ace, are you done? Alyssa, are you done? Okay. That's a very good question. Maybe next week. I'll be completely honest. I wanted to get it this week, but I forgot. That thing was when I was going through the general formula there. This kind of thing must plan one.
What?
Yeah, I wanted to get welfare for you guys. I'll get it next week.
You're supposed to give us welfare.
Well, it's not an entitled. It's a.
I thought it was like a center kind of thing.
It depends on form. Like most tutors get it. They get like some lame shit every month.
We just got to spend time and bring us the sheets and we go to
I rather just get something nice every few months. What do you want next week?
The Minecraft movie.
The Minecraft what? What else the Minecraft meal? Hey, pasal let me know. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? Lunch? Next Monday is not forever day, right?
No, but why not? Like, I don't lunch coming. What do you ask? What food you want? What is he treating us? Just get the McDonald's, say McDonald's.
What the fuck? I'm crazy. How about something reasonable? And I'll think about it.
Minecraft.
Huh? Minecraft movie? I said something reasonable, not something shit. Fuck, Minecraft. I heard it's so bad. Like,
Yeah,
so bad.
I see the reactions on TikTok. Everybody's like throwing their popcorn. Every time they say something for the.
Let's just watch for the funny line.
Yeah.
I just watch it for Jennifer Coolidge.
Who is that?
Who the fuck?
She's inside.
You cannot say smart things like that in front of him. You won't understand.
Oh, sorry.
No, not Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Steve.
Do you mean
Yes.
This.
Wait, no, do you
No, it's usually blonde.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
It's the one that does the nails.
Yeah.
I know.
Then she dates the UPS
So
guy.
she
Wait, I want the white chicks.
Oh yeah, that's a good green. That's a good
White chicks is not, she's not inside lah. She's not inside white chicks lah.
Oh, she's the white youngest dropping up.
Really?
Johnny Young was
Okay, wait, shut up. What do you want?
the Minecraft movies.
No, fuck that. Something else.
Why? Oh, this man.
Can we juice?
That's the same dreams.
Just get Starbucks.
No.
Sounds like a good idea.
吃旁听。
You want Liho?
No.
That sounds even better.
吃旁听。
I vote for.
Disappointing.
吃旁听。
Shut up.
Okay.
You want to bring stuff.
吃旁听。
What the hell?
吃吧。
Cipang.
Is it good? I've never tried it.
Wingstop is not there.
There's
It's kind of
no
overrated.
Wingstop nearby the kitchen.
Who is missing?
No, there's Wingstop right here.
Oh, really? It's
Ah,
where?
Oh,
What's the Wingstop? I just tried the Pounds Junior. It's like $20 per burger.
Okay, let me think. I think, right, I should get
吃旁听。
Liho.
Okay. Okay. What's it? Liho, Starbucks, Koi,
吃旁听。
Wingstop.
I've changed my book to Wingstop.
I'll just wait the option. Just wait the option.
I changed my book to Wingstop.
Yes, true. Hey, if you say this on the album, go there.
Yeah.
It's not a numbers thing, you retard.
Hey, wow. Who the fuck gonna buy a drink?
I'm gonna call Ministry of Family and Social Services.
Buy yourself.
Come on,
We're not
Wingstop.
ready.
Oh, you say for Chinese Wingstop.
吃旁听。
吃旁听。
Look, he got it. He's got
吃
it.
旁听。我想去吃旁听。
Okay, wait, Wingstop, some more?
吃旁听。
Koi, Liho,
Minecraft.
Starbucks. Fuck the Minecraft movie. Something else.
Oh. 鼎泰丰。
Yeah.
What the shit?
I changed my best one.
What Din Tai Fung, bro? I cannot tap out that shit.
No, you can order
Look
that.
at that
You have one fried rice and a pork.
Yeah.
This is our own bunch there.
Facts,
Thank
facts.
you.
I'm not picking that.
Oh my god, yeah. That's
No, okay, but Din Tai Fung, I'm not gonna like, we cannot get like the soups and shit.
Yeah.
So just like fried rice.
It's
Really? Y'all prefer? Shh. On a serious note, y'all prefer fried rice over like Starbucks drink? Are you retarded?
Who?
Oh, who the fuck would drink
Caffeine.
caffeine? Caffeine is not
Do you
good.
get the Xiao Pao from
Xiao.
No.
No, fuck Tim Ho Wan, it's disgusting.
The power is so nice.
The Xiao and the
Okay,
Okay, good, okay.
Let's go.
we are going to spin. Yakiniku, okay, let's add in yakiniku.
No, take oil. Who the fuck was oil? Just buy yourself.
The DVD looks so long.
What do
You write the whole
Wait, why is it yakiniku? What the fuck?
You write the whole thing behind the PDF. You write the whole thing behind
Din. Okay, it'll be Din. More options. Okay, how about I shoot some options in? How's that? No welfare. Some more?
Oh, wait. We got to think the probability though.
Burger King.
One. Burger King so bad.
Hey, you think this is some like fucking entitled food, is it?
Oh, this is like our last meal before like that.
No, it will not be. What the hell?
Black tap.
Fuck off, black tab. I'm not gonna get a fucking black tab, bro. It's fucking MBS. Shut the fuck up.
Black tap so nice.
Okay.
You should drink one milkshake yourself.
Hey, hurry up. Faster. No, it's not something.
Shake Shack is so bomb.
Shake that.
Yes, Shake Shack.
I said something reasonable. For that matter, I even think Din Tai Fung is not very reasonable. Which is why I'm just getting fried rice from Din Tai Fung if I want to get.
I want the. Oh, then if not fried rice, not take water. I want the wulu steak house.
Oh yeah, Wok Hei. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then take Din Tai Fung out. Take Din Tai Fung out then.
No, it's okay. Din Tai Fung can be there. It's fine.
Whoa, that thing no welfare and Liho and Koi out. Just buy yourself.
No, we have to have bad options also. So there's some stakes.
Yes.
No welfare is the bad one.
Why are you being Singapore Pools?
I don't even drink Koi and Liho.
So just no welfare is better for you, right? Okay, then that's good. Okay,
No. Okay. Take no welfare out.
can I start? Okay.
What?
Okay, solid. Let's go. to the last one, the last remaining one,
Come on, yes.
Fucking say already, say already. Okay, can. You all said it, man, not me. This is fucking hilarious. Okay, walk away then.
Who is definitely upset? Oh, I should have gotten cold.
Fine, no one. Oh, he's fine.
No, this time.
Okay.
It's what here.
Wait, let me put it in the group.
No, it's what here.
Last option, actually last option. Oh, it's Glenda.
Okay, I will put a message thread into the group. Y'all better put what you want.
Oh, thank you, thanks to Jimmy's pumpkin.
Wait, not now, you fucking retards. Like,
It's the ching chongs,
okay, then you just add on later on. Okay, come, focus up. Kieran, focus up now. Get off your phones now. Let's get back to lesson. Okay, come. Diagram shows the structure of a molecule. Okay, commonly found in apples. How can this be classified? Roddy, what's your answer? What? C?
I just see or D, I just see.
Anyone else chose D?
No, I would see.
Good. Alcohol and your two acid groups.
Thank you, thank you.
If I had alkane, can or not? Alkane, alcohol, and carboxylic acid. I got CH single bonds, not meh? Cannot meh?
No.
Why cannot?
Cause you need to have multiple features.
No.
Only single ones, just only single.
Okay. The moment you have something else, the fella's not an alkane anymore. Alkane exists by himself or he doesn't exist at all.
So alkene is
Also,
only H.
it's like you cannot have alkene properties.
Yes, there is no alkane properties. The functional group of an alkane is that there is no functional group.
So alkane only has what kind of H?
Huh?
Alkane only has 4 H.
No, alkane means the whole compound must be saturated, single bonds, and only carbon and hydrogens. Which is not the case in this one now. Question 2 is B for boy. Open accurate.
B for benzene.
You?
B for benzene. Benzene.
Everybody chose B. What the fuck?
This is toss.
Isn't it because it's an alkene?
Okay, let's learn something.
Bruh.
Let's learn
Bruh.
pattern recognition. Because clearly, you guys don't know what pattern recognition is. Yeah, so listen up. I'm going to explain what this simplified version is. By the way, y'all might want to write this down.
This is a braille. You don't get it.
It's not Braille, you idiot. Braille is dots. Okay, anyway. This simplified version has a special name. It's called the skeletal formula. Okay?
So you know how to like read it?
Yes. No, not for this question, yes. That's why we gave you a comparison. Okay? So, take a look at this, guys. Notice your carbon atoms in a zigzag fashion.
Oh, I see.
Notice how your simplified version is also in a zigzag manner. And between the third and fourth carbon, I have a double bond.
So alkene only has 4 H.
Yes.
So alkene only has 4 H.
So what do we understand? What from this point alone, what do we understand? We understand that every time I change direction and every time I end is one carbon atom. Correct? Pattern. Analyze the pattern. Do I join my hydrogens? No, right? Okay, so in other words, what I'm trying to say, your skeletal formula, hydrogen atoms are gone. Okay, carbons are at every corner of your atom, of your molecule, and double bonds will just be drawn like that lah. Okay, so okay, no hydrogens drawn. Doesn't mean no hydrogen present, I just don't draw it out. Okay, and every corner or end is a carbon atom. Would you all like to revise your answer? A good idea would be to draw out in terms of carbons the real formula, not the skeletal one. This is skeletal formula. Give me the real one. Draw out the real structure, including the carbons, including the hydrogens. Okay, Roddy. Pattern. So this is the real compound, right? Okay, when we draw skeletal formula, I take out all the hydrogens, okay, and then every end of the line or change in direction is a carbon atom. So I have 4 carbons, right? Yes. Then third and fourth I have a double bond, right? But I don't draw my hydrogen, so this is it. So we give you structure, and the skeletal. Now I give you skeletal, give me the structure. Work backwards.
What's the double bond?
Double bond,
C, right?
Huh? No, carbon is just a double bond. So I'm using 2 pairs of electrons in my bonding. Okay, wait for me. Never mind. Not easy for everyone to see. That's a fair point. Can I show?
This C.
No. Okay, let me draw it out. Okay, so first things first, I said every corner is a carbon, right? Okay, so when we draw out, let's just draw out the carbons first, don't worry yet. Okay, C, like that. Double, single, double, single, double, and then single. Right or not? Okay, then I never draw my hydrogens in, but we all know that carbon forms 4 covalent bonds. Agreed? Okay, right now, this first one, number 1, has how many covalent bonds?
2, 4, 3.
I have 3 only. Which means I need 1 more hydrogen.
Oh. Okay, wait. Try to know.
And then, okay, then you don't look. Each of them, you realize all of them have 3. So you have 1 hydrogen here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. AKA, benzene is like this. Which simplified is CH. Okay?
What?
No?
Say again.
Carbon forms 4 covalent bonds, right? Which means I will have to have 4 lines on me. Agreed? So I 2 with this guy and 1 with this guy. I got 3 which means the last bond must be to a hydrogen, which it was not drawn because the skeletal formula doesn't include hydrogens. Then we realize, oh, this guy also got 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more. This fella, 1, 2, 3, need 1 more. And it goes the same for all of them. So I got 6 carbon and 6 hydrogen.
So it's A.
So empirical formula is CH. Yes. Clear? Good. Let's carry on. Amateur Chemistry website stated the following: because all members have same homologous series, same general formula, same empirical formula. What's homologous series? Let's start.
Same family of compounds with same general formula and same functional group.
Good. Family of compounds with same general formula and functional group. Do you guys get off? Okay, by using appropriate examples, explain whether this statement is true for alkene. Okay, but why is it not true for alkane?
Empirical formula contains stage 4 and
Empirical formula for methane. Okay, you're using methane, can.
stage 4 and empirical formula of methane is CH3. Then, although both methane and ethane are the same homologous series, their empirical formula is different.
Okay,
So the
where both methane and ethane.
are the same series.
We don't really bring in homologous series. Our focus is on comparison of GF to EF. Right? So both methane and ethane, indeed they have the same general formula of CnH2n plus 2. But EF is different. Okay? This is 1 mark. And then we bring in your empirical formula and molecular general formula for ethene, or you want to talk about your alkenes. Okay? But you don't have to come up with like specific examples like this anymore. Because if you are CnH2n, it will always get reduced down to CH2. Right? It's literally double. Okay? For alkenes, okay, all alkenes have general formula CnH2n, which can be simplified to EF of CH2. So this statement is always true, but it doesn't work, and you have to give me an evidence of a case where it doesn't work. Can? Good. Nice. What? Okay. Let's do this question together, then I'll let you guys go. Okay? Methanamine, ethanamine, propanamine. Oh, all of these weird names. Okay? Don't worry. Just look at this. Okay, we mentioned that within the same homologous series, all your compounds will change with a
CH2.
Thank you. See this guy? Then you have like that, but you also have like that. Right or not? Then you have like that. Then you have like that. Which means your next one will look like this, isn't it? Like that. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I think I get this chapter.
So C, H3, CH2, CH2, one more CH2, and then your nitrogen. Simple?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Wait, do I have to put the last H down? Or must I put it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I can understand it better than
Yeah, but OCD.
Because I'm good, bro.
What do you mean how say fast? I get it. Planning was faster.
Okay. Explain using the information 2 characteristics of compounds in a homologous series. Use the information, Okay, I'll try. Fast one. $2 only.
We need just at least do chemistry with you.
Nope. Her chem is very strong.
Elise.
Not Chongqing Elise. But that Elise, yes. The runner. You know? There's a Chongqing Elise, right? Yeah.
How do you know Chongqing
She's in my chem class. Quite good, actually. Yeah.
If somebody asks about my chem, what would you say?
I don't even have a student named Jairus in my class. That's what I'll say. Huh? Who's Owen? Okay, come. Okay, explain using the information, two characteristics of compounds. Rodin, can you give me one?
Assume general formula.
Oh, you want to use general formula? Do you know your general formula then?
Sort of.
Okay, go for it.
It's not an exact formula. I just wrote all like the formulas which one out.
Oh, no, cannot. If you want to talk about general formula, then you have to bring in the common general formula through all of them.
Okay. Let me try.
Okay, all the compounds. Wait, chill. Have same general formula of what?
Okay, I try.
Sure.
CN
Yeah.
H 5 plus N.
What the 5 plus n?
5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 N. No.
No. Look here. It's actually quite simple to do. Okay? What we do to establish general formula, right, is just think about who do I start with. This is CnH2n, right? 2n plus 2, right? So right now I'm just getting rid of this. And I'm putting a NH2, right? So it will be CnH2n plus 1. Then NH2. This is your general formula. I minus off one hydrogen. I replace it with NH2, right?
How do you pair all the hydrogen together? All the hydrogen.
Oh, this one and this one?
Yes, I do.
No, because this is functional group. Do you realize he repeats himself again and again? Separated from everyone else? He's a functional group. No interaction with him. Okay, so CnH2n plus 1 NH2.
That's the general formula.
Yes, this is general formula. Okay, Jairus, give me another characteristic.
They're the same functional group.
All have same functional group of.
NH2.
Okay, be careful, guys. Okay, same functional group of NH2. Don't just say this. Must have the line, because it's a bond. It's a group that you are bonding to the carbon.
Both sides, one side.
Once, am I bonded on both sides? I only bonded one side. The nitrogen.
Yeah.
Okay. Kalista, can you give me another one?
Each member in the series differs by a CH2 unit.
Each differ from by a CH2 unit. Can I write like this?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, line, not like this, Okay, it's on both sides. Your CH2, the purples, bonds on both sides. Right? So it's CH2 like this. Anything else I can put? There's 5 characteristics, right? Can I bring in physical properties?
How to tell?
Agree. It's not on the table. We know it's true. No.
So we can tell.
How?
The boiling point increases.
Where? How you know?
The MI increases.
How do you know that?
Yeah, we know MR
There's
increase.
small bonds.
But how do you know that boiling point increase?
I just know.
You cannot say that, bro. Okay, so what we know to be true, if it's not on the table, we cannot put it in anyway. These are the 3 answers that we can get.
But you said MI increases the boiling point increases.
I agree. But if I don't give you information,
Sorry.
you cannot tell me. Okay, nice. Let me give you some homework.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm fucking disappointed.
How much did I get? Did I pass or fail? Or did I get?
You okay? Actually, you did quite well
Oh! It's my additional question.
for primary 1 kid.
This is my additional question.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. Okay,
Did I get a mark?
let me give you guys a couple of questions. A few only. Don't worry. Okay, do until question 6.
How much did you get?
I cannot remember the exact scores. 1, 2,
Then I want how much? Was that A?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Was that A?
I think you got an A. I cannot remember Kieran's one. Okay, cause I marked it together with a couple of friends. Like, I just like employed them. Like, can you guys help me mark? So I didn't see your score.
Oh, lazy ass.
It's called efficiency.
I even did better.